I think it's really important to get to know and learn so much about each kid. I mean, they teach me just as much as I teach them, I'm learning from them every single day. My name is Elizabeth Clark. I'm the kindergarten through second grade low incidence autism teacher here at North Charleston Elementary. First and foremost, I want to thank Ms. Reynolds and Ms. Broderick in my classroom. Everything that goes well in that classroom is because we work together as a team. I've kind of thought about how I would explain what my interest in autism is, and it's kind of like how scientists look at the ocean. Like, we don't know very much about the ocean and we don't know very much about autism, but we keep exploring the ocean because we know that there's something really cool out there that we haven't discovered yet. And I think that's the same with autism. I think one day in the future we figure out more about autism, I think we're going to learn that it's actually something that's really cool. I became a teacher because I come from a really long line of teachers. My mom's been a teacher for almost 30 years. My grandfather was a college professor. I have cousins, aunts, uncles that are also teachers, so just kind of something my family always does. So no one in my family is a special education teacher. I'm not 100% sure on what initially drove me into becoming interested in special education, but in high school I was in a club called Friends Forever, and so we partnered with special education students, and we would have lunch together a couple times a week and go to fun activities after school, and we had weekly meetings and little get-togethers around the holidays, and that was what kind of got me interested in special education for college. That's why I chose special education. So I graduated my undergrad in December 2020, and I started off in a 3rd through 5th grade resource room position. There was a student that I inherited coming into that class who the whole school kind of knew who this child was, and he had a pretty intense behavior plan and a history with the school. But my goal going into that role was just to make a really strong connection with him, and I was able to do that. And a couple years after he wasn't in my class anymore, one of my friends, another teacher, came across that student and they said, "Hey, do you remember Miss Clark?" And he goes, "Yeah, she was actually a really cool teacher." And so it was kind of that moment where, I knew that I had made a difference in that kid's life. So one of my favorite quotes is, "If you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism." And I think that's so true. Every child that I've come across, every person that I've come across with autism is so different from one another. And I think that's really special. I think the kids, they teach me just as much as I teach them. I'm learning from them every single day.